What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Deluxe, and today we're going to be doing the CrewCast podcast. We're on episode 19. That's a lot of weeks that we've been doing this thing in a row. We were even sick last week, but Shadow and I, we pushed through, and I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Had a lot of people say get well, and I appreciate that. It's crazy how your body can adjust in 1 week's time, and I feel a lot better than I did before. I do have Shadow back with me this week, but also we have added Deluxe 20, Mother effing Sidearms for Reason, and my boy Speedy is here today. So we have a bunch of guys in the lobby today talking about what you guys want to talk about. So I'll put some questions on Twitter and ask you guys what you wanted to talk about this week. And we had some pretty cool ones. First one I want to start off with was there was one person that asked about road trips, things that you that make you feel old, and then hairstyles. That's one thing that makes me feel old, to be honest, is hairstyles. I don't know how you were, Speedy, because I feel like you would relate, maybe D20 a little bit too. Back when I was in like Pee Wee basketball, the bowl cut was kind of going out, but I got the bowl cut while playing basketball, and I was at my parents' house the other week, and I looked at some of my pictures, and I had the bowl cut, but I was rocking it like it was nobody's business back then. I don't know if you ever had the bowl cut, but the bowl cut was legit.
No, I had the bowl cut. My issue was that I had my parents cut my hair at that age.
Yeah.
And, dude, if I would have done, like, a cool haircut back then, man, dude, so much puss.
I know, right?
It's just something you don't know of when you're that age, you know? Like, you could have been the cool kid in school if you just had a good haircut. It was that easy back then.
Boys with hair like this have a 100% chance of stealing your girl.
Yeah, with my bowl cut, though, I had the Nike check on the side of my head because it was short on the sides, but, you know, as you get close to the ears, you had to have longer hair. And I remember going the first time, and it was, like, close to the summer, so I had, like, almost like a military buzz cut before that.
Yeah.
And the woman, I went in, and I was like, I want a bowl cut because it was in style or whatever, and she was like, your hair's not long enough, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So
Were you destroyed?
Yeah, I was destroyed inside, and so I didn't get a haircut for like 3 or 4 weeks and let it grow out, and then I was able to get a bowl cut. But yeah, I remember just back in the day having the bowl cut.
What are your thoughts on this though? Like today, like the cool haircut for guys is to go short on the sides and back and long on the top, right?
Yeah.
So if you would have had that back in, like, let's say 2002, would you have been a douche? Like, would no one have thought that would be cool, or would you have started the trend?
I think
it's a douche for sure.
I think it would.
I think you would look like a fucking douche.
Yeah, you would. I kind of have that now. I don't have like the whole like starter pack or anything, but mine is a little bit. You know what I'm saying, son? Mine's a little longer on top, very short on the sides, and I don't know. Yours is kind of like that too, isn't it, Speedy?
Yeah, I do very short on the sides and back, and then I go long on the top.
Yeah.
Mine's
kind of like
play
yours.
with. It's fun, dude.
Yeah.
Short hair, like, so boring to me.
Yeah, you and I both had kind of like a shaved head, not like probably 4 or 5 years, 3, 4 or 5 years ago. We both had like the shaved head and kind of like that, real short on top. But yeah, we both got the sides real short and stuff. I like it. Going 2 weeks without a haircut, though, it drives me nuts. Like, on the side, it sticks out a little bit.
Oh,
you know
what I'm saying? I hate
hate
hair
it.
on the side of my head. It fucking infuriates me.
I fucking hate it. So, yeah, I just got my haircut a couple days ago. That is, like, one therapeutic thing for me, though, is getting my haircut. Ever since I was real little, my grandpa took me to, I remember walking into a barbershop, and my grandpa said, if you move, they're going to cut you. They'll cut you. And I was like, no, fuck, I don't want to get cut. You know, I don't want to bleed. Like, that was my biggest thing when I was little. I don't want to bleed. So he was like, if you be real still, they won't cut you. And ever since that day, I've been super, super still, like barely breathing when I was younger. I remember like not wanting to move and I wanted anybody to cut me. But, you know, of course, that was kind of like a myth or whatever. But the one thing that kind of added to it, we used to go to, it was his barbershop, and it was like old school. They had like the straight razors, and I would see guys beside me getting like shaves and stuff. And I was like the old school way, and I was just flipping out. I thought they were going to get cut if they, you know, moved or anything. But
that shit looks scary.
Yeah, it's therapeutic for me now. I really like getting my hair cut. I think I like anything kind of like that. I've never gotten my like a medicure or pedicure, mani-pedi or anything like that. But
Medicare, Medicaid?
Yeah, Medicare, Medicaid, all of them. Why not? Medicure, pedicure.
Be a little older.
But I have gotten massages. Have any of you guys gotten massages before?
I've had one massage.
What's it like? Because I want to do one
Honestly,
eventually.
I don't like too much pressure, and like when she like massaged my biceps, I was in like it like hurt so much. Like she was just like really going
Killing
at
it.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, and I was too like I'm too like socially awkward enough to say, hey man, maybe
Oh.
hey
Less.
girl,
Whoa,
maybe
whoa,
some
whoa.
less power.
Man or girl, not assuming anything.
Yeah.
Could you back it up a little bit there,
Pretty
Olga?
sure she was a girl. Sorry about that.
If I had to guess.
D20,
I
you've
get,
had a couple.
I get them on the regs.
Yeah,
so.
I try to
Really?
probably every 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah, my chiropractor that like I used to have like headaches every day, pretty much, and I started going to chiropractor. But at my chiropractor, like with my insurance, it covers like a 30-minute massage every time I get adjusted. So I'm like, hell yeah,
Hell
just
yeah.
go and.
Yeah, I've never
go
been
and
massaged
get-
by a guy though. I've always
Yeah.
been massaged by girls because you can prefer when you get there, like, hey, I want to.
Yeah, you prefer,
this.
Are happy endings a real thing?
I don't
Oh,
know,
it's
and I don't give a
totally
shit. It's usually
Probably not at
it's
very
usually-
professional places.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It's
It's
Well,
one
usually
of those
yeah,
like
women
yeah,
that
yeah,
go
backdoor
like that, by the
Korean
way.
spots or something.
It's women with manly hands, pretty much, is what you're gonna run into. So,
I like
What
when they
about-
drop the elbow and you like.
I hate that shit, dude.
dude, I hate deep tissue
I like the
massages.
deep tissue
Fuck
stuff.
that.
Oh, man.
Oh, I
Hell
can't
no.
stand that shit, dude.
Yeah, they stretch me the place I go all the time, and I haven't like really stretched it since I was probably in college. And yeah, that shit hurts like a motherfucker. They'll over rotate stuff. Like I dislocated my shoulder when I was in high school, and it kind of like popped back in place. And every time they over rotate that shit, I feel like it's gonna pop back out of socket. But yeah, I just like freaked out every time they freaking even try to pull some of my limbs. I feel like they're gonna fall off. But I'm with you, Speedy, with the whole bicep thing. When they go that deep tissue shit,
It just feels like they're ripping your muscles apart, dude. It fucking sucks.
You're like, I paid for this shit.
Well, the crazy thing was, before the massage, she's like, how much pressure do you want? I'm like, light pressure. I don't need it to be, like, too crazy. And
Yeah,
she's like,
dude,
okay.
yeah,
And then
it's
she just starts
climbs up
fucking
on top of the.
destroying me.
Yeah, climbs up on the top rope and drops the elbow.
Fucking crazy.
I'm asking for a friend comments. Okay, are happy endings a thing?
I think if you go to a certain place,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you got to go to kind of a sketchier kind of place than like a,
Okay. So
a
I would,
well-established kind of.
you know what I'd be afraid of is
Nice
like,
place.
well, no, like,
While they're doing it, they
like
take your wallet.
No, like undercover cops.
Oh, I see.
That seems pretty
They
scary.
just pop out from under the covers and be like, "Psych, I'm a cop."
there's been a cop here all along.
How'd
Look,
you
there's a
get
kid in
under
the camera right there. Oh man, you guys got me. Oh. It was just a prank. I didn't
what's
actually
this hole
want to
in the
hit
bottom of this massage table for?
Okay. Are they hand jobs?
I don't know, son. You're
Depends on what
asking
you're
the wrong
willing to pay
people.
for, side. Seriously.
Oh, dude,
You want
at this
happy ending,
point,
I would think
how
so.
much
this-
money you
I
fucking
mean, they
want.
let it go.
I'm not joking, dude. I've never
Yeah.
done it, but I would imagine it comes to how much money you fucking
Yeah.
want to pay.
Right?
If you want some additional services, they're gonna ask you for an additional fee.
that wasn't in the base fee. What?
as long as it's reasonable, I'd be willing. I don't know if that's bad for me to say. It's gonna incriminate me.
Probably.
You said here on this video that you would pay for sex. What are you talking about? I just wanted a good massage.
What a nice happy ending.
Oh,
Can
stupid
a
spell
guy be
check.
happy?
Yeah.
The
Like in the
other
Disney
part
movies.
of that question was things that make you feel old. I feel like nowadays it's music, to be honest. I feel like the longer that we go disconnected from high school and that age, I hear an old rap song on I don't even know, the radio, or hear it on a video on YouTube or whatever, or just kind of remember something that triggers it and go back and look at it. And you look at the date which that song was made, and it's like it was 15 years ago. You're like, are you fucking kidding me? That was 15 years ago.
Hey,
Go ahead.
my same thing is the date though, because like I was watching South Park yesterday. I'm like, dude, I remember when this one came out, and I checked the date. It's like 2011, and I'm like, fuck.
Right?
Yeah, it's like a complete date thing for me.
And I can't keep up with music the way I used to. Like, I felt like D20 and I, back in the day, we were kind of on top of the music. Like, anything new that came out, we were kind of like, kind of the first ones to
Searching
hear it.
MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace, hitting it up, all that
New
shit.
music.
It was one of those things where we heard music pretty much when it first came out. Nowadays, I can't keep up, man. There's so much shit that goes on. I'm behind. But I feel like we're okay at it, just not normally on top of it like we used to be. So that kind of makes me feel older too. What about you guys? Anything that makes you feel older?
My back,
I mean,
my legs.
not really. Not
For me,
at
it's
least.
the thing that I wouldn't say makes me feel old, but it's just kind of crazy. Like, to me, because I was born in 1990, anybody who was born in, like, the late 90s were kind of like little kids to me. Like, and, like they always, like, they were. But, I mean, now, like, people who were born in 1998, 99 are graduating this year, I think, or 97 and 98 are graduating high school, and like people who are born in 1995 can like drink. They're 21, and it's just like it's just crazy because it's just such a difference from like what I just kind of conditioned myself to think. I don't know if that makes me feel old necessarily, but it's just like wow, like.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like if you, like there's like somebody that your family may have known like when they were a little kid, like when you were younger, and they're like, oh, they're graduating high school.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what the hell?
definitely.
Like that kid was like 5. What?
Are you sure? Last time I saw him, he was this kid.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I had a friend in high school, and his little sister we used to take to school, and now she has 2 kids. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I remember when she was itty bitty, and I was.
Whoa.
I don't know. It just seems
Birthdays
like.
also make me feel old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The older
It's
you
like
get,
sort of a joke, but at the same time, it's true.
it's really true. It's depressing. You
A lot
quit
of girls cry on their
thinking
birthday.
about. Yeah. After you get
Oh,
past
really?
20, it's like fuck it, kind of. 21 and 25, I guess, are good dates after 20, but after that, it's kind of like all downhill. You're like, oh fuck.
What do you get at 25?
Car insurance goes down?
drops.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I think you could rent a car too.
Yeah,
I think
rent a
that's
car,
what I
yeah.
was thinking of.
Yep.
But
Yep.
Oh shit.
Those are good ones.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
Next topic that I wanted to cover was I think D20 had something that you saw on or heard on the radio, or there was.
Yeah, I heard something on the radio, and like after looking at it and researching on it, apparently Jimmy Fallon talked about it on his show as well. Whatever. So I don't know if that's where the radio people picked it up or whatever. But there's like a thing. It's called like hashtag My Genius Idea, and people just put their random ideas. I don't know if y'all want to. If any of you are sitting there looking at the computer, if you want to look it up or whatever. But, I mean, I just found like a few, and, I mean, we can kind of talk about if we have any other ideas. One of them, I was just kind of zooming through them. One of them is a check engine light that actually tells you what's wrong with your car instead of just like
That'd be
coming
nice
on
for
and showing.
once.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just like my check engine light or my whatever light's on. And you're like, what the hell does that mean? That was one. And then an app that I mean, I don't really go to bars much, but like an app that recognizes people's voices. So if somebody says, hey, remember me? It'll like pop up and like tell you who they were or something. And
That's
then-
okay. It
Seems
just
kinda
seems
weird.
like it'd be kind of hard
Yeah.
to do.
yeah, like you pull out your
Yeah.
phone. Hold on, can you say something?
yeah, you're just like, everybody, when you walk outside, everybody's looking at their phone anyway and be like, hey, remember me? And it
I-
just pops up a notification says, Jim from
This is-
so-and-so.
By the way, what's your go-to if you don't know somebody and they say something to you? Are you a hey buddy or what's up man or
Man,
a,
I'm
man,
not
I'm a
betting,
man.
man.
What's up, man?
If I don't remember them, I say I don't.
Ooh.
I thought you were wearing your Mets hat.
Hey, do you remember me? No.
oh shit? And it walks away.
No, I
They're like,
don't. Just
Oh,
walk away.
okay.
Stranger danger.
Our mom told me not to talk to strangers later, bro.
Another one that I found is an idea that Uber have a feature called Uber Race, where a large group of people that are going to the same place can race via Uber cars, and the loser has to pay the
Everyone else.
I
I mean,
race?
loser has to pay the other people's.
They all report them, like they all get them
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah. So that
That's
was
fucking
that was another
brilliant,
one.
dude. Like
That
if
was
you're like
kinda
commuting to
cool.
work with like the rest of your coworkers or something.
Yeah,
I would
like
think.
if you're at the bar or something, and you're like, you got like a large group that can't fit in one Uber, and you gotta take 2 Ubers or whatever, then you could just be like, all right, race y'all to wherever.
That's
Okay.
actually really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really
Let's
loser,
see.
but
Yeah.
Trying to find some more. I got caught in I was listening to the other conversation instead of looking at these.
I think the check engine light one's probably the most useful of the
Yeah.
ones you've
Yeah,
said.
I think it.
They do hook your car up to like a diagnostic test, and it does
Yeah.
kind of break down what you have.
I forget what it's called, but
Yeah.
it's they whenever you go do
They
like your
charge you
emissions
for it.
test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
I
don't
think,
have
like,
yeah.
Doesn't
Here it is.
Verizon have some new thing that like plugs into your car?
Do they really?
Yeah.
Gives you-
Yeah, it's like it like tracks your GPS and stuff, or it just like tracks where you are. So like if you have, like if your daughter's fucking a bunch of guys, you know where the houses are. That was just the example they used in the commercial. If your daughter is hooking up with a bunch of guys,
hello, I'm so and so with so and so product, and if your daughter's fucking a bunch of guys,
this
now
is the
you
product
know
for
where they
you.
live.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of my daughter fucking all these guys, but thanks to my new app.
But you're talking about like the thing that plugs down there, right? You told me like
Yeah,
the
it
little,
plugs into your like computer.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's
I
called.
don't know.
I've
I think
seen
it's
commercial for
ECU,
it.
maybe.
Well, I mean that's what the computer.
Eastern Carolina University.
Yeah, exactly. But let me see if I can. Find it.
Here's one of these D20 that I thought was fucking stupid, but I don't know if they were trying to be funny. I guess they are, but listen to this shit. They said, my genius idea. We were running out of copy paper at my work, so I told my boss to make lots of copies of a blank sheet instead of buying more.
Makes sense.
What the fuck?
That thing from Verizon is called Hum.
Okay.
HUM. Yeah.
I love a nice Hummer.
Drive smarter with connected car technology. I don't know what all is available with it. I just remember seeing like a commercial.
Well,
Or it
does it
says-
not say that daughter thing?
It's a dongle that plugs in. Bluetooth enabled. Unit that clips to your car's visor. USB charging cable. So, I mean, I guess it just like gives you information on your car. It's $15 a month.
Oh wow, they charge so
I'm
you have to
already
buy
paying.
it.
Yeah. I'm
God
already-
damn,
yeah.
god damn.
Already got a
Yeah. Come on, Verizon, can't give me a break.
Another thing I wish that they had is, I mean, there are some like radios that have like a hard drive built into them, but like just being able to like quickly rewind something that you hear on the radio, like
Yeah.
if they say something on the radio and you didn't hear what they say, just have like a 10-second like rollback thing where you could
Yeah.
hear something or whatever.
I think with the radios, whenever they like advertise something, they play the phone number for it, right? And they're like, yeah, just call 711. Blah, blah, blah. And you're like,
Wait a second.
what
What
was
did
that
you
number?
say?
I can't memorize that quickly.
I
Yeah, maybe if
don't
it-
ever listen to my car radio. I always have like my phone plugged in, but maybe I'm a basic bitch.
I have a
occasionally
simple
use
idea.
it.
So I have a simple idea. So I have we talked about this on the podcast before, with like road rage and people pretty much driving slow in the left lane when they should be on the right lane. It's like an epidemic here where we're at. But basically, what I want to do is have like LED lights built in to my back window, and basically when I pass them, I just hit a button and it like pops up like you should have fucking moved over, you slow ass piece of shit, that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they read it
For the
after I'm
cops.
past.
Oh, that
Yeah.
seems like a
And-
hazard.
So
They
they
push
take
it
a
back.
picture
Yeah,
of
that's
it
it.
with your license plate.
Yeah, and then
Turn
say,
it
look
into
at
the
what
cops
Billy said
for
to me.
harassment.
I
Look
didn't
at
do
what-
shit. I clicked it again, and if they take a picture, then they, I mean, I might be caught, but still, I just want something to say, go fuck yourself, pretty much. I think
I'm pretty sure that's illegal, like because it's
it has
distracts
to be.
drivers.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah.
be. Yeah, it has to be. That's my simple idea that I want just to say, go fuck yourself. But other than that, I don't know.
I guess
Here's
hearing an
Okay,
illegal
that's-
idea from me is not really surprising because you are a criminal.
Living on
Cr-
the edge.
I,
yeah,
I
you
do what
did
I can.
vandalism of property, of private property.
We gonna bring that back upside, really?
It's
Really?
it's like the Joel golf course thing.
Speaking of D4, the criminal, another one here is a gun that records the DNA and fingerprint of anyone who fires it.
That's not bad.
So maybe something that, like a smart chip in the gun. Of course, then people would just use older
gloves.
guns or
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Wear gloves. I like that one.
so. I don't know, but let's see. Another one, Pokemon Go should partner with Fitbit. Let's see. watch or app that calculates your blood alcohol level. I don't know how they do that. Like you blow into the microphone.
Maybe like it's some kind of attachment, but I don't think you would bring that with you.
Some people are just good at blowing, so you know.
Somebody said a blinky light that lets others people know where you're turning. Oh wait. I guess not. I guess they get triggered by people not using it.
That's fucking hilarious.
It is a pretty good idea. the blinkers.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
but I mean, if you guys want to check them out and tweet some of them at us or something, or if you have your own genius idea, so my genius idea is what it is. So
Hashtag my genius.
hashtag.
Yeah. All right. Someone wanted to talk to us about the transition from YouTube as a hobby to a job. We talk about YouTube a lot on here, but it was kind of weird. I think we all had kind of part-time jobs coming into this thing in the first place, and how it was a big hobby for us at the beginning. And at the very beginning of it, it was just cool to put something on the internet, to be honest. I remember going to YouTube for the first time, and some of the first videos I ever watched were of who is that? You remember who that girl was? We used to say something about her, like Flavor Dave and all that stuff.
Talking about Boxy?
No, it wasn't Boxy. It
Lemonette.
was...
What was that one?
No, Lemonette. I remember watching
yeah.
that girl. Brookers. It was Brookers. This girl named Brookers. She made these little skits with her friends, and she got really big at the time. And I think she had like close to 100K, and that was like huge. Because I remember when Fred hit 1 million. That was the first person to hit 1 million, and that was like freaking crazy to me. But I remember watching it, and YouTube on the front page used to actually put like really cool, interesting videos on the very front page.
And now it's all sponsored content.
Yeah, pretty much all sponsored content now, and crazy tags of some sort that people have. But I don't think they do a very good job of putting the best trending stuff up there either. But as a hobby, I kind of, my goal at the very beginning was to get on that front page. I wanted them to pick one of my videos. I mean, I made horrible videos. I mean, altogether. And I need to go back and watch some of my old videos. I still have them on a hard drive that I have, but. It was a big hobby for us when we first started, and I just remember uploading every once in a while. I probably uploaded maybe once a week, twice a week at some points, and then it turned into us all meeting each other, playing together, and then YouTube came out with the partnership program. But the only way you get it was one of these big companies put in their partner program. And so you had to have basically a company to go through. And we all tried to go through Machinima. Machinima was the bee's knees of everything. You tried to get with a Machinima-like company. Machinima was one of the first ones as gamers that you could get in with, period, before all these other ones started popping up. And with Machinima, if you got partnered as a partner, the biggest thing that we wanted wasn't the money, it was the banner. And I think we talked about this a little bit the other day. Between us and the crew, but the banner was the coolest thing because it was extension of what the banner was before then. So you had like maybe an inch high banner type like title page on your YouTube channel. But if you're partnered, yours was like 3 inches tall, and you could put whatever the fuck you wanted to up there, and people could click links or a space in that, and then you could actually go to a different link. So you could go to your Twitter page.
You could link your Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, you link Twitter and all that stuff. So that was like huge for everybody. Like everybody wanted that because
it was like a status thing, though. If you had a banner, you looked cool.
You made it. You fucking made it if that happened. And I remember when we first started getting them. I don't know which one of us was first partner. It might have been Speedy because
I think I was.
I think he was. You were with Machinima Respawn.
You had to have like 10K subs back at the time, and I think I was the first one to hit that.
And there were different branches of Machinima. I think you were with Respawn.
I started with Realm.
You were with Realm? Realm was like your Minecraft stuff.
Yeah, Realm was like your Minecraft shit, yeah.
Yeah, and they were kind of, Minecraft was just kind of getting started, and Machinima Respawn was like the best of the best. That was for the commentators and stuff like that, for the bigger guys. And they could submit videos through Machinima, and they would put them on the Machinima YouTube page, and you would get a lot of subs from it and stuff. When I say a lot, I mean like 2,000 was like, holy shit, I got 2,000 subs from putting up a video on Machinima Respawn. And they would give you a portion of that revenue that came through Machinima. I remember trying to get on with Respawn, and there was a waiting list. It was like a huge waiting list for people, and you had to have decent sub numbers and all that stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to be on Respawn because they told me, we'll start you off at Realm, and if you do well enough, we'll put you on Respawn.
Right. I got through on sports. That was the first one I got on. There was some, I forgot who I went through, but I was talking to them, and they were like, yo, what kind of content you going to put on? Because you had to fill this big application. I was like, I'm going to upload FIFA videos and Madden videos and NCAA football and all this. I never once uploaded a sports video through Machinima Sports. And I got a partnership through them. And then we started growing a lot, so I quickly moved over to the Respawn stuff. I think Speedy had a couple videos, or maybe 3 or 4 videos at the time I went over to Respawn already there. He did, I can't remember which one. You might have did Ninja Diffuses over there, Speedy. What did you upload?
I did Ninja Diffuses on there and Camper Justice, I think.
Yeah, Camper Justice, and then I did a couple of shoutcasts on there, Machinima Respawn. I just remember that was like a huge deal for us. And then when Speedy started getting a little money from Machinima Respawn and all that, he kind of, I don't know exactly how the story goes, but I think he was the first one to actually have it as a job. We were all still part-time jobs. I was like waiting tables, and same thing for D20, worked at the same place, and we were all kind of like uploading at the same time, but it really didn't turn into a job until we hit like GTA. I think Call of Duty, we were all still pretty much working part-time, and then when GTA pretty much bust on the scene, I'm talking GTA 4 to GTA 5, that transition where we grew probably the most, then everybody pretty much was kind of full-time YouTube. But the whole YouTube chain, it like changed throughout since we did GTA content until now. The ways YouTube setup's now, it's actually not that bad for people that don't get like a ton of views. You get a decent amount of money. I think I make more money now making less views than I did back then with more, the way they have it set up. Because it used to be like if you don't know YouTube, most of you guys do, because a lot of you people that watch YouTube videos want to be some kind of creator, or you know a little bit about it because it's pretty much out in the open now. But there's 2 CPM was huge, like $2 for every 1,000 views that you got. That was like, if you got a deal with somebody for a 2 CPM, it was baller status. Like you were,
and that
like,
was before mobile ads, so
there you go.
it only counted computer.
Yeah, computer ads. And
Views,
if
pretty much.
someone watched it on a mobile app, it was like you didn't get shit, so it didn't matter. So 2 CPM back then was a huge thing. Nowadays, people get, 40s, 50s for some videos. That it's a weird algorithm. You don't ever tell when you're going to get those types of things. But some videos do get 40 to 50 CPMs, and that was unheard of back in the day. That was like a non-existent thing. When you sign a contract, they would give you a maximum of 2 CPM, and then if you got 2 CPM, you were baller. You were just the straight best of the best. But that's kind of like my story on how it went from a hobby to a job. Do y'all have anything to add to any of that stuff, like what it was like for you guys? Because I don't remember your sidearms, how you even started.
I mean, I was in school. I didn't have a job. I wasn't old enough to work.
No, I'm talking about like from a hobby though, like until like making some money. Like, who did you go with first? I don't even remember.
Oh, are we giving out free shout-outs to us?
Well, he's been talking
I don't
about
know.
Machinima for the past
Yeah.
hour, and I'm the only one with Machinimas.
I was with TGN at first.
Oh, you were?
And then,
I didn't know that.
And then I went to Machinima, and then now I'm where I'm at today.
Were we both on TGN at the same time?
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah, we were. I think you're the one who like recommended it.
Yeah, I think so.
Do y'all remember who we talked to through that at that time?
No.
I don't remember anybody in Machinima. I remember Rishi, and that's about it for Machinima.
Yeah, I was with TGN, and then I went Larbo.
Oh, I got you. Speedy, you were with Respawn for a long time, and then you've only been with like 2 companies, right? Speedy?
Yeah, I was Machinima, then IGN, and then BBTV.
Oh yeah, IGN. I forgot about IGN.
Yeah,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
the IGN. Like
I like the
sold
IGN.
out to
I'll be
BBT.
honest.
Yeah,
I really liked IGN. I thought like IGN back in the day was like the best of the best. Like I remember, didn't they have like a magazine or something? Was I tripping?
And IGN's its own like website.
Yeah,
It's like a gaming website.
But,
Yeah, I thought it
Yeah.
had its own
but
magazine.
I like
though.
they had a. I think they used to have some kind of magazine stuff,
Yeah,
and they like anytime you see a commercial for a video game, it's like IGN.
that's right. IGN rated this 10 out of 10. Yeah, that's right. That's why it was such a big deal to me. Shadow, did you? Who were you with at the very beginning, Shadow? I can't remember.
Full screen.
You were with full screen. Okay,
Yep. Couldn't get out of it.
that's right.
Rest
It was
in
a
peace.
long time. It was a long time. Yeah.
I mean,
remember all that.
it was my fault. Signed a 2-year contract.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing too back in the day. If you were a YouTuber, you probably signed a deal with Machinima or some of these other guys, and that had the keyword perpetuity in there, which means as long as the fuck they want you to. And so that was a big thing that they tried to fight for a long time, but they ended up pretty much losing out on like legality of it, and so everybody kind of got out, and it was just a mass exodus of everyone. There was makers started popping up, all these other companies started adding people. YouTubers started making their own. I think like CNanners and all them have their own. Who else? Like Syndicate, they all have their own. There's a lot of people that have their own stuff now that used to not have all their own. But it's crazy now. And a lot of people are going to not going with the company. They're going straight with YouTube as well, and kind of going through there. I think B-Dubs right now is with YouTube, and he seems to like it a lot. But yeah, if you're a YouTuber, that's a lot of stuff they don't kind of tell you. All the stuff that we had to kind of go through back in the day that nowadays is not really talked about as much as it kind of was back then, but it's still pretty crazy scene. When it comes to the whole editing thing, a lot of people don't realize how much time it takes to put into your videos and how much it takes to put together any type of series. As a YouTuber, our days consist of, and I think Speedy's probably, him and Joel are probably the hardest working ones. Sidearms does a lot of great editing too. But they basically will get up, they'll record something in an average day. They will get the clips, cut them down into what we consider funny moments, and that when they chop those up, that usually takes probably an hour to chop things up if it's a long video.
Yeah, it depends on
Depends on
how
how
long the
funny
video
you are.
is.
Yeah, I mean, let's say it's a GTA. We had a full session that night.
Yeah, it
we
also
played 3
depends on how
hours.
funny we are.
Yeah,
If
if we
there ain't
play
no clips, it's going to take 5 seconds.
right, and let's say we played GTA and we did a lot of individual clip stuff. It'd take about an hour to hash that stuff out, and then the editing process is something that I used to hate it. I went to love it. I kind of got lazy with it, and now I'm back at the I kind of love it stage, where I can enjoy myself editing a video, thinking of things to put in there to add little twerks here and there. But editing a video ranges. How long do you think you spend, Speedy, on editing a funny moments video?
I don't know, like 2 hours.
Yeah,
I mean, it really depends, like, if the video's longer or, like,
Yeah,
If there's
it's
stuff
like
to do with
long
the clips
or a
and-
bunch of short clips, and
Right.
yeah,
it's just
it really depends. Like, I can't give a time.
Right, but
It also
guesstimate
depends, too, like,
too.
because, like, I'll be editing, and then you don't want to spend, like, 3 hours straight just editing, so then I pull up, like, Twitter, and I spend, like, I don't know, 10 minutes
2
on Twitter.
hours on
And,
Twitter. 3
Yeah, go
hours
back
later,
to
you're
it.
like, shit, I
It's
should
like-
probably finish this video.
Yeah. I think that happens more with us now than it used to. I think there's way more distractions than we used to have.
I've always been distracted.
But I say 2 hours of putting that stuff together, and it's something that takes a long time that a lot of people don't think about are thumbnails. Most of us do our own thumbnails, and then adding titles and tags, all that. That's a process, man. it's a long process, and then sometimes you put out a video and you feel really good about it, and it doesn't turn out the way you wanted it. People don't accept it the way you thought they would. Or sometimes you put out a video and you're just unsure about it, and people are really excited about it and happy about it, and it catches on. That's kind of in the phase I am right now, is I'm putting out a lot of content that I'm kind of unsure about, and if people like it, it's going to stick. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We went through a big process there where we basically were putting out a bunch of different series. I know Speedy and I were very big on series. Like we had, he had, God, I don't know how many series you had, Speedy. You had a bunch back in the day.
I had a shit ton, dude.
He had a shit ton, straight shit ton. And so
I
did
had like
I.
7, so once a day I'd post one of the series.
One of the series, yeah. And then some of those kind of snowballed into different series. I know you had we were talking about this. I think last podcast, Shadow and I, and say something if I'm wrong, Shadow, but we talked about how the game reactions were a huge part of our series. Like, you did like...
That's what all my series are predicated on.
Exactly. And that's a huge thing for us now.
It's taken out every game.
Yeah, every game. And CSGO was a huge thing for us. When we switched over to that, you could talk to people before the game, halftime, and
yeah,
at the
that
end
was
of the
fucking
game.
amazing. Halftime was so funny. The amount of salt that was in those halftime conversations.
Oh, yeah. You would be up, what? What was the score usually for us? If you're up pretty big.
That was before we were
13-2.
Yeah, 13-2 sometimes, and you're on the good side anyways, and you talk some shit like you guys have no fucking chance kind of thing, and they say some crazy shit, and then you always knew there was a cutoff, and you would have somebody in the middle of a motherfucker and get cut off, and then it was on. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Or like you'd say something and they wouldn't have a chance to respond because before the cutoff.
You time it perfectly.
You just wait to say it.
Yeah, those are great times.
It's the strat.
But Call of Duty, that was kind of the whole thing. Halo, that was kind of the thing. That was kind of like what you grew up into. And nowadays, everything's kind of protected. The way they have I think a big part of it is just the way the equipment and the audio in and audio out is now with like Xbox One, PC. I don't know why this is with PC, but 2 out of the 15 people in the lobby will have a mic. I'm like, how does that happen? How are you playing a game? Let's just take DayZ, for example, because I bought my PC for DayZ pretty much. So you have a PC that's worth over $1,000 or close to $1,000, and you don't have a mic that goes with it. That makes no damn sense to me. $1,000 on a PC, but no mic. I don't get it. But
also you gotta think like Xbox and stuff like that come with a headset, even if it's a shitty one.
Right.
It still comes with a headset, so it's not like. If your computer came with a headset, then more people would probably use it.
That's what we
talked
talked
going
about.
out and spending more money on it.
Yeah, last week we talked about how the Xbox 360 was amazing because it came with a mic and a headset that actually worked, instead of like the Xbox One where it was totally the opposite. But yeah.
Yeah, but as far as like editing, another thing that I got, I think, from Speedy, is like, because back when we do GTA funny moment stuff like all the time, it's just like using a pad and like writing stuff down when stuff happens.
If you don't write down notes when you're fucking playing, and then you try to
it cuts
edit
down your edit time forever. Like if you
literally, I can cut clips.
If you have like a 2-hour session of just like dicking around on GTA, then it's gonna take you 4-6 hours to go through everything.
That's the number one thing I hate about people who have editors is I've talked to so many YouTubers who have editors, and they literally, I'm like, do you like leave notes for them on like the gameplay? They're like, no, I just record for like 4 hours and just send it to them and say make something funny. And it fucking blows my mind. I'm like, that's the biggest dick move ever because there's probably only like 20 minutes of actual content there.
Yeah.
Well, some of them that upload that shit, there's no content involved in all of it, so I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Just kidding, but not really. Today is April Fool's, by the way. This is when we're recording this. I know Speedy has a story he wants to share with me later, but do any of you have any other stories that y'all want to share
about?
about?
By the way,
I remember it like
if I
it
told
was.
you before?
No, yeah, I think you remember to tell me every year since we've been friends.
Oh, have I?
Last
Okay.
6-7
years. If you don't know, this is a running joke. Speedy tells me the same April Fool's joke story every fucking year.
I forgot about it this year until I saw your tweet with April Fool's and it triggered me. I'm like, something with April Fool's I do with Deluxe. I can't remember. I definitely didn't do it with Deluxe back in the day, but
I just need to tell him again just to be sure.
Yeah.
Did you ever do anything for April Fools, by the way? Like, I remember in school, we had this one, jackass kid in the class that thought he was going to be hilarious. And so he's like, the teacher gets called out of the classroom. It's like, it'd be fucking funny if we all flipped our desk over and we, had books in our hands upside down and we were just sitting on top of the desk when the teacher came back in. So we did that and it was fucking not hilarious, but we did it as April Fools.
I think you're the dumbass who listened to him.
Exactly. We had 15 kids in there. It was like, really?
Well, we one time we did something stupid like that. Like we went into one of the other teachers was like in on it or whatever, and she had us go into this other teacher's room during lunch, whatever, and take out all of her desks and chairs and put them back in the other room. So when they came back in for lunch, there's no chairs or anything in there.
I think in my
Fucking
class, we all
savages.
dropped our pencil at the exact same time. We had it planned. Pretty
Ooh.
lame, dude.
That's not bad, actually. I actually kind of like that one.
Yeah, because it's not
oops, sorry.
vicious.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
silly and playful. And the teacher's like, okay, maybe we pick this up.
Teacher pulled out a gun you
Yeah,
sons of
okay,
bitches.
I
You
can
guys trying to
appreciate
joke?
the gag.
You guys trying to
shit
joke?
anymore.
Trying to joke is a fucking F, bitches.
I hate my life.
Fuck you, Timmy.
It's been
Timmy
in real
Turner.
estate.
Yeah. I should have just been an agent. God damn it. Oh my god.
Shadow, did you do anything for? Or is that
April
Another
Fools?
one.
No.
Yeah. another one of yours?
I don't think I did either for in school or anything.
April Fools is the worst ever.
I hate it, dude. Literally, I hate the fucking. I'm quitting YouTube videos that every YouTuber uploads. It's fucking insane every year, and they still think it's funny.
Spoiled my video for next year. I'm getting more
Oh my god.
But I mean, I may end up uploading it accidentally on April 1st, and everybody thinks it's a joke, but I'm really
Yeah, it's
quitting
like,
YouTube.
no, guys, for real.
No,
Oh, April
seriously,
Fools.
I didn't realize
That'd be
how
funny
it
if
was.
someone actually did do that though, where they waited till April Fools and just straight up did quit YouTube,
Wait, so you're not coming back?
and they just never come back.
Yeah, just
Oh.
never come back. And everybody's like,
The
"What
comments would be like, "Oh, this is a troll," and then eventually would just be like, "Oh, this fucking
6 months later. If you're watching this in 2019.
2020. One more thing that people asked on Twitter was, what is your worst pain experience? Do you remember your worst pain?
Circumcision.
Damn.
Damn.
I don't think anybody's going to top that. Nobody's
I was
top that.
Motherfucker had
circumcised,
his
so
dick chopped
no
off.
big deal.
Just a little off the top.
I remember breaking my elbow. I don't even care that you broke your elbow. I'm going to say it. But I broke my elbow in playing football when I was in 7th grade? 6th grade. It was 6th grade. I remember. Because I got a maroon cast because my team was maroon. But
Love Adam.
we were the Panthers. I broke my elbow. And I remember going to the doctor's office, and every time my dad hit a bump, it was like excruciating pain. And I had to get one of those casts that kind of started, right below, right on your bicep all the way around to your actual hand. And I remember that it itched so bad, and you had this little spray can with a long straw in it, and I used to itch inside of there and spray that stuff so it wouldn't stink or whatever. But, yeah, that's probably as a kid, I kind of probably played that whole situation. Probably milked it for what it was worth. But I remember it hurt so bad that I cracked my elbow when I was in 6th grade. That was probably my worst, besides me and my four-wheeler wreck. But, that I kind of blocked that out. But for the most part, it was got to be that one.
I don't have anything I broke my, the top of your thumb, where it connects to your wrist or whatever. I broke that, but it didn't. The only reason I went to the nurse at school was because my hand was swollen
Because you thought she was
twice
hot.
its size. Yeah, and I was gonna
There's
use this
something wrong with
giant
my
hand
pants.
to slap you on the ass. And then, but no, so I had that, but other than that, I've never broken any bones or had any stitches. So I don't have any more painful stories.
I never gotten injured.
When I was a couple days old, I got circumcised too, so no big deal. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
It's a little off the top.
Was
Well, off the
did
top,
your
though.
did the same guy do your circumcision that cut your eyebrows off? So
No, that was my barber.
Oh, you don't just go to a
Fuck my
barber?
shit up, man.
No.
Sorry, let me finish this fade, then I'll get right over on your circumcision.
It's a combo deal.
Yeah.
You save a bunch of cash. It's,
You want a bowl cut?
and a circumcision. I was like sedated during the actual surgery, but the recovery was really bad, like horrible. So
Like, oh,
He had to wear a sock on his cock. A scock.
Scott.
I had to go through airport security, and like they made me put my hand down because I was like holding my pants up, so I wouldn't so I wouldn't touch it or whatever. And going through security, they wouldn't let me just like put my hand in my pants, I guess, which is pretty reasonable. But I was
That's
fucking
very reasonable,
circumcised.
but I wasn't into it at the
You
moment.
want to look at my penis, security man?
Yeah, can I get a strip search over here just so I can take my pants off?
Hmm.
Yeah, I had my tonsils out like last year, and that sucked as an adult having them out. It's like I couldn't like swallow, so for the first time in my life, I had to spit instead of swallow.
Oh god.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. Got to make a living.
God, dude. That's what we have to do too now, since we don't get enough views.
Yeah.
We just do side
Put
jobs.
dicks.
That's what we could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blowjobs me.
Blowjobs, yeah, whatever. Same thing.
I've got one more thing that I heard. Like I was just listening to a podcast. I think it was maybe even on a Joe Rogan, like one of their people that are on there. But I figured Shadow would jump in on some of this. But they were talking about like alternate universes, all this weird stuff. Anyway, but one of the things was like, would you, if you had the chance, like if there was a way that they could just like plug into your brain, kind of like the Matrix style
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing, like would you want to live like almost a perfect life where your mind thinks that time moves faster than it actually does, so that you're like, you could live to be like 200, but it's all in your mind, like you're not actually interacting with these people, your brain's just doing all this stuff? Would you rather have like a near perfect life for like what felt like 200 years, or just like live on Earth and interact with people in real life?
So,
I think I would pick the real life.
are you asking like
Like if it was an option for you to,
go into just some dream world? kind of
Right.
thing?
Infinite Tsukuyomi.
And
I would rather live a regular life with VR porn.
Yeah, VR porn's pretty cool. Whoever did that deal is screwed up because now we have VR porn.
I mean,
suckers.
you know that it's all fake?
Yeah, but you know the VR porn's real, Shadow.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess like once you were in it so long, I mean, I guess your body.
Well, you'd already
I mean,
jizzed.
you would. Yeah. I mean, I guess you would already.
How did the guys last that long?
How did they last 200 years?
Sorry.
No, I don't know. It was just it was something that was kind of interesting. That was like a kind of like a deep thought. Like, I mean, because the human brain is. You
I
know,
mean,
like, you
I
only use
would-
like a certain percentage. So if they could like tap into your brain and make you believe that it was like a real world that you were living in. I mean, I don't know.
I
Just
mean,
a thought.
again, I would need like more information, and I guess I'd have to ask them rather
Well,
than you.
yeah,
but-
obviously. You wouldn't just say, "Hey, random guy,
Yeah.
what's this
But-
plugging into my brain stuff?"
Well, no,
You sure this is safe?
not even that. Like if it's like you don't know that you're living in a simulation, then yeah, you pick the living that.
I mean, I
Here's our
think
perfect-
even if you went into it as a simulation, like knowing I'm going to go into the simulation, I mean, I'm sure that there'd be some way that, I don't know, just assuming that maybe they could override you knowing once you're inside the, like, actual virtual world or whatever you want to call it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, yeah, it's. I know. I guess like the correct answer is no. It's not real. You know, you gotta.
But I
live
mean, what if
your
we're all
life.
like that right now? What if we're all just like
I mean-
a big jar of people with wires coming out of our heads?
The final thing in my favorite show, Naruto, was that thing.
Bleh.
It was. That's why I was saying
Was
that's
that
up to
two
Shadow
men
earlier.
fell in love?
Yeah,
on top of a mountain.
yeah. I guess that was
I
really
go
the
with
final
sick
thing.
side.
Nice show. What a save.
Did you guys chop your dick off for 50 mil?
Probably so.
Yeah.
I think with 50 million,
Yeah,
you get
I'd
it sewed
fucking
back
slap
on,
that
it'd
shit
work
off.
all right.
Get a dildo.
For real,
Just
though.
strap one on for a while.
It'd be bigger for sure.
I know I'm with you on the whole other thing, D20. I think I live my normal life doing normal shit than I would do being plugged in. Shadow and I talked a little bit about this last week, but we're two people that are really weird about things taking over, not having full control over our bodies. Does that make any sense? Like no
like
drugs,
dominatrix.
alcohol, things like that. Sleepwalking scares the shit out of me. All that stuff.
I mean,
The only reason, like I was bringing up, like the human brain's like more powerful than science really understands anyway. So I mean, if there's a way that you could make people, supposedly live longer, would people want to, double their lifespan? And I mean, even if you would like see yourself as young still and be able to like not be limited by health problems because you're not really actually doing, like, I mean, you go play basketball because it's all in your mind. You don't have to be physically fit. You go run a marathon or,
yeah.
If I can do anything in the world, I'm not running a fucking marathon.
you got 200 years.
Reading
You
no
ain't
damn
got shit
books.
else to do.
No, I think it all comes down to, for me, that's what I just said. Like, if I don't know that I'm in a simulation, then yeah, sure. But if thing is like, yeah, you're going to be doing this, but you're going to know that it's like not real, then I don't know. I might have to think about that.
Yeah, like if you guys ever had like a dream where you like realize you're dreaming before you wake up and you kind of like
You want to go back to sleep?
alter the dream,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever.
I've had that before.
Fucking awesome.
Or you have those like really good dreams and you wake up and you're like, you like try to go back to sleep to have the same dream.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I gotta continue this dream. Never
Oh
works.
yeah, dude. Those are the good ones.
Anyway.
What
But-
dreams?
I don't know, man. Space scares the shit out of me. I'm putting all of the jokes aside about NASA. Like I always say, I fucking hate NASA, but all that stuff really scares the shit out of me. How much we don't know, and I truly believe that there are other life forms out there that may be smarter than us, or there's other organisms that could be animals, whatever you want to call them or classify them as, that are on other planets, and there's other life forms for sure. Like we're just so small in the whole in space, period. So I mean, we would be really naive to think that we're the only ones that are like anywhere close to life forms here.
That fills me with excitement, personally.
Does it? It scares shit out
Yeah,
of me, man.
it doesn't scare me.
I hope
It's
like another planet comes and invades us. It'd be pretty sweet.
well, I mean, not necessarily that, but not.
I hope I'm like at least 80 though.
It's a mixture
Take my
of
fucking grown children.
it's a mixture of excitement and kind of disappointment, because I don't think that
I don't think we'd win.
interplanetary contact is going to happen in my lifetime. I don't think that
I think that's a way off.
so I don't think I'm going to see it. But like just that prospect.
Elon Musk
Fascinating.
says otherwise. Shadow.
You
He's
yeah.
gonna call it the Zargons.
Space XXX. Shadow, ever seen the parody video? Space X.
No, I haven't.
I don't know if there is one, but there's an X there. So
Oh, there probably is. And if there
Should've
isn't,
said
now
there
there
is.
is.
Space XXX.
All right, you know what?
We just needed a genius to come up with the idea.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Let's just Google
you're
search
welcome.
it. Space.
Well, another thing that I think we should really mention is ingrown pubic hairs.
That was Jehovah.
I know. I was
did
looking at
Jehovah
his
reply to
tweets.
you with that?
Yeah, that
Yes.
was his reply.
I said that's a good one, Jehovah.
I feel like
You
we
just-
should do
you
him a
just humor
service.
him.
Oh, here
Oh,
we go.
good one, Hova.
Good
Nailed
one,
it.
bro.
June 11th,
Using that one.
2015, Pornhub is planning to shoot the first porn film in space and is $0.4 million from Indiegogo crowdfunders to fund the mission.
Was that their April Fool's joke today?
No, I mean, this is a June 11th, 2015.
Yeah, I heard that they had like some kind of
In what year?
what year did you say, Sean?
2015.
Oh,
No. What
the
year
future.
did they say they do? Or did they not say?
Oh, the goal of shooting Sexploration in 2016.
That
Huh.
name.
Oh, so it didn't
Missed
work out.
it.
Yeah. Well,
Didn't quite get there. So
they're telling me
close,
all
yet
those
so
people on
far away.
Indiegogo
You
just
can say
wasted
they
their money.
pre-jacked on that one. Jesus Christ.
Giggity.
Giggity, giggity, goo.
I feel like you could just like I mean, you know how they do like those simulated drops, like where they fly the plane way up and then they just free fall in the plane and have zero gravity.
Yeah.
I feel like you could just do that probably instead of going
Or just
all
get
the way
one of
to a
those
space-
chambers that have no gravity. Is that what you're talking about?
What chamber?
You know,
talking
if you go to like
Talking
Pornhub
about, like
like fake
the-
shit, guys. They're gonna go
yeah,
all
oh,
out.
seriously, what the fuck? I can't believe you'd suggest something like that.
Yeah. They're
There's no-
they're probably still on their way to Uranus. They're gonna film it on Uranus.
There's
Yeah.
nothing on Pornhub that is
It's
fake
Uranus?
at all.
If Pornhub could go to Uranus and film an anal scene, dude, I'd watch. I would fucking watch.
Yeah, I heard that they had some kind of April Fool's thing today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw people
yeah, I
tweeting
saw
about it. I never like looked up what it
Yeah,
was.
I
I
think it
didn't
was-
look it
Like,
up,
go
but
to
yeah,
Pornhub's
yeah, I
fucking
did.
Twitter.
Yeah, I just saw people tweeting. Apparently, it was some kind of thing like once you watched a video, it would have like a pop up come up on your screen that said like your playlist has been shared or something like that. And
Like,
have,
yeah,
Twitter
like
and,
what video you're
like-
watching is now being shared on your social media sites, so now you
Yeah,
can
something
finally
like
post
that.
your videos to Twitter or something like that.
yeah,
yeah.
it was like basically saying
actually
that
wild.
whatever
It's kind of
video
funny
you
how
just
you do
watched.
that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, son.
Yeah, whatever.
Well,
you're-
I got tweeted the picture a lot.
Oh yeah,
'cause, you know,
tweeted the picture.
Yeah, that's what it is.
yeah.
That's what I didn't watch
We were
porn
all
today.
there today,
I
guys.
didn't. I didn't watch porn today. I promise.
We're no heroes.
We're not heroes. Oh my god.
I think that we should end this whole thing with let's talk about our favorite game that just now came to an end, guys. Club Penguin shut its doors down over the last week, and I spent many seconds on that game. I said, go fuck yourself a couple times on there and got banned, but other than that, I've never been on Club Penguin that much.
Yeah, I've never been on it.
Never been on it.
Yeah.
I do not know anything about it, but I'll pour one out for him.
I know,
Yeah.
right? It seems like all that stuff, like if RuneScape shut its doors, I'd probably kind of be kind of sad. My favorite band, Yellow Card, they had their last show, man. I'm pretty fucked up about that. Never going to be
You're-
back again.
Your favorite band's
more
on
Ocean
36
Ave-
Mafia?
Ocean Avenue, man. No more Ocean Avenue.
There's a place called Ocean Avenue.
Alright, that's our only song, so
What?
It's kind of hard to keep doing shows when you only have one song.
Oh, wow. That's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of what makes me feel old, too, is all these things coming to an end. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where I just can't fucking handle it, man. One day we're going to look back and we're going to have things that we play now that's going to come to an end. There's going to be no more GTAs. There's going to be...
Yeah, that'll be weird.
That's going to be really weird. Steam won't be a thing. We'll be talking about Steam. Like, I remember we used to get on Steam and get our video games. And people are going to be like, what the fuck are you talking
Remember
about?
when you were on Twitch? What?
When's Steam 2 coming out?
Steam 2.
Can't wait for GTA 10 Sharks.
Twitter is going to be nothing. Like, Twitter is literally, like, losing money. I don't know how they don't make money, but they aren't making money. That makes, like, no sense to me.
Well, I mean, like used to, there was more like sponsored tweets, and they kind of cut those out. And then, like on their videos, they pretty much quit putting any kind of ads on those. So it's like you're kind of like giving up on making money. I don't know.
How can you not, like, make money on Twitter? I don't understand it. It's such... Everybody's on it. You have advertisements that should be displayed all over the place in one form or fashion. There's not, which is, I mean, great for us, the user, but bad for Twitter, the company, because they keep doing this. They're going to be just like Vine.
Well, I mean, like if you go to your main page, like over to the right, it says advertise with Twitter.
I know, right?
So, I
So
mean,
I'm
if
looking at it
they're-
right now.
They're that desperate for people to.
Yeah, you got to go in through that way. I don't know how expensive it is either. And then you can look at some of your analytics too for us and see that hey, one person clicked an advertise Twitter link to see your tweet or something like that. I'm like, who even does that? I don't even know like how that even happens. But I don't know.
Don't know, man.
Pretty crazy, man, that all this kind of stuff is kind of coming to an end. Does MySpace even exist anymore? We talked about MySpace earlier, but I don't even know. I'm going to try to go to it right
Since
now.
Tom died, I don't think they do.
He's not dead.
Yeah, Tom died.
MySpace is a thing. It's still a thing. It has music, videos, people.
Holy fuck.
Holy fuck.
That's
is
sad.
that?
It's just another site that could have made money and didn't.
Yeah, I don't
And
know
then
how.
got taken out
Well,
by
if you go to
service.
Tom's Twitter, which I randomly did today, it says that he's retired and his new thing is that he's just going to do
They
photography.
say he's retired, but he's really dead.
He's not fucking dead. Calm down.
How do you do
Alright,
photography when you're dead?
Yeah, pretty hard.
Yeah, MySpace is totally different. There's like no real pages anymore. It's like all music. It's fucking scary.
That's what I used it a lot for when it was popular. Is I'd look for like different kinds of music, like because they had like the tabs for different kind of music, and you'd look for like artists that were, like up and coming and stuff like
Right.
that.
That they're related to and all that stuff. That was probably the first site that I ever got on. That was before Facebook and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Definitely.
I think I started my MySpace about the same time I started my Facebook.
Facebook was only for people that were in college when it first started.
Yeah.
And then it switched over to public, and then every 12-year-old got
Yeah.
on there and said they were
As soon as my
18.
mom got on it, I quit.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah, once it got infiltrated by old people. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
right?
Bad, dude.
They're what's wrong with society.
Right, and now some people still use it
Die
even though the
already.
memes are 7 days old. Shadow.
Hey, did you see this meme?
Did you guys see this?
Yeah, Shadow, I
yeah.
saw it on relevant social media.
Literally
Yeah.
nothing that I
I've
have
already seen
ever
that said.
no nothing that I have ever posted in Skype from
Yes, you have.
Facebook.
Yes, you
Yeah,
have.
yeah,
I
it's
remember.
been-
There's
Well,
at
you
least
haven't
one
said
example.
anything.
We don't want to be
Well,
that
I would have
guy.
replied to it, but I've already seen it
Oh,
a
trigger.
week ago.
Like 2 fucking things. and now
Outdated
it's
Facebook
everything.
memes.
You're losing link privileges, Shadow. And not for the same reason as Hova.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's fucking Jehovah. Anytime he posts a picture in group chat,
To us, man.
yeah, I'm like, I'm done.
I delete those pictures in the text chat because I don't want like me opening it and then my
Like
mom.
sometimes we
Yeah.
have a group text and he'll just like send us like some random person's dick and be like, "Fuck you guys."
I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Wake up in the morning and he did it like 3 a.m. Like, fuck
shit's
this.
funny, man.
Gotta start looking at group chat.
This is really rare. Like he'll do it twice a year, but like he'll just be like, "Oh, here's a picture of dick."
Yeah, yeah, just send you like a giant picture of a dick. You're like, what the hell?
What the hell?
And it has no text with it or anything, just random dick.
Yep. The best kind.
The best kind of waking girl.
It's Folgers in your dick.
That's how it goes.
Anyways, all right, guys, that is going to be the end of this episode of the podcast. I appreciate everybody. Speedy, Sodom Shadow, and D20 coming along this week. But this is the 19th episode. It's kind of crazy that we've had 19 episodes. So that means next week we will be hitting our 20th week in a row that we have been doing the podcast and talked about
Almost
it and
2
everything.
months, man.
Have you guys seen that damn Daniel? I just saw it on Facebook.
20
What were you
years.
saying, D20?
I said, have you guys seen that damn Daniel? I just saw it on Facebook.
Damn. Yeah, I saw it on Ellen yesterday.
Apparently, kids are flipping water bottles nowadays.
Damn kids.
You see that
They're at it
fucking
again.
gorilla died on Facebook?
I think this is gonna be a big one.
Oh, shit. Anyways, guys, if you want to check out last week's episode, you can go to SoundCloud right now, and it will be up live there. Everyone of them are on there except for this week, so this week's will be on next week's. But anyways, all links will be down in the description for all the guys here today. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.